I don't aspire to be a role model for anyone.
Yeah.
I have my own imperfections.
Yeah.
And I don't have a person who I can call my role model.
Role model.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Uncovered Podcast. I hope everyone is great. Guys, I am so excited, beyond excited. Actually, this podcast is so special to me. I've got an amazing guest.
What's up, everybody? You're speaking to Dr Decent Junior Mkhombo. Others know me as Dr Trapper. Others simply know me as Jay. And yeah, thank you for inviting me home.
Yeah. Not only is he the youngest doctor in South Africa, he's also a poet, he's also a rapper. What else?
Everything culture, everything that is expressive, everything that is hip hop.
Yeah, and guys, he's also my younger brother. For those of you who don't know, he's my brother, like my youngest.
My story isn't that complicated. It's a testament of taking it one day at a time. When you set an objective, you know what you need to do to achieve it. You don't overthink it. You just do what you have to do. And more often than not, when you work that way, it works out. They say proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Say that again slowly.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Did you hear that, guys? Proper preparation prevents poor
performance.
Right. I mean, what do you do on a daily basis? Like your mantra?
I'm just a regular human being at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I have my struggles, I have my inconsistencies, and my philosophy is that the goal of life is the pursuit of purpose. Ultimately, when you find something that you feel like is what you're supposed to be doing, that is the utmost of life. Every day is to make sure that I'm prepared to work to the best of my ability the next day.
Sure.
So I don't have any daily mantras or I wake up in the morning, I do what I feel like I need to do. I prepare, I bath, I dress, and I go to work. And at work, I need to make sure that I learn something new. I challenge myself. When I find something that is a challenge to me, I find a solution, whether it's asking people or reading about it. But every day is just do what you're supposed to do and do it well.
What motivates you to keep going?
Okay, I grew up in Bushbuckridge, in Mpumalanga, in South Africa. I had a normal childhood, I had a normal upbringing. I went to a public school all of my life.
Yeah.
There was nothing very extraordinary about my upbringing. You know? You have to have a certain degree of delayed gratification, if I may call it, where you know that even though you would rather do this now, and it will help you because that's what you want to do, you'd rather do the other thing for the long-term benefit of. I don't aspire to be a role model for anyone. I have my own imperfections, and I don't have a person who I can call my role model. But I know that the most virtuous thing you can do as a man is to stick to your word. And more often than not, when people set goals, they say it. You have to say it or you have to think it. You manifest it in speech, and then you manifest it in action. And that's the key to achieving your goals, according to me. Nothing is ever so complicated that a simple plan cannot achieve it.
Sure. Okay. So, I know you have an artistic side of you, a creative side of you.
I do.
Which I know a lot of people expect. Would say, okay, you're a doctor, you have to wear a suit and tie. You have to carry your briefcase. You have to look a certain way. And you have your durag on. You're a rapper. You're an artist. You're creative lyrically. My brother, guys, listen. Tell us where does the creative aspect come from? When do you find time for it? And how did you get there? Like, how do you separate the two?
Okay. So it all goes back to the fact that at the end of the day, I'm just a human being, In fact, the past few weeks, there was a guy trending, Dr Mkhombo. And a lot of people were against. I don't know if you saw. He's a doctor who trended because there's a photo of him that made it to Twitter where he was wearing scrubs and a sporty and he was smoking a cigarette. And he looks like a hood nigga. You see, like a para. People were like, no, this person cannot be trusted as a doctor.
Man, you see. Imagine.
So, in response to that, people who knew him said, this is actually a great doctor.
Nah.
Yes.
Oh, I think I saw it.
And yeah,
I saw something like that on Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, and then videos came surfacing of him doing some rather, things you wouldn't expect a doctor to do. And yet, we're being told that he's really a great doctor, personality aside. Some people, because of their malicious intentions, went as far as to report him to our professional governing body.
Sure.
And they said we do not govern or dictate the dress code of our doctors, only the professional behavior and the way they carry themselves.
Sure.
Of which he didn't, break the regulation on that. Sure. So seeing that made me proud.
Yeah.
Because I have always been myself. In terms of where do I find the time? Internship is not easy. Internship, there's a lot to navigate. It's a shock of the ability to do things you couldn't do economically, But there's also hard work. There's also having to find the time to rest, because when you're not working hard, you want to, enjoy what you can enjoy. So there's not much time for resting. So this year and last year, I haven't really found the time to make music like I used to. I even dabble in painting.
Wow.
I don't even go to poetry slams, even though I know where they are. It's just I'm still adjusting.
Balance, yeah.
And hopefully I will find the balance to pursue my artistic pursuits.
Sure, I love that for you. Like, a lot of people, they think if you are in corporate, you have to focus on corporate. You don't find time to have a creative outlet, and that is actually important. I feel like it makes us feel balanced, makes us feel fulfilled in a way.
At the end of the day, we are human beings. And there's a thing called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and at the top of the hierarchy of needs, amongst other things like attaining, enlightenment and the need for creative pursuit. Yeah. There's a need for that. An innate need in every human being to say, you know what, I am able to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I know you're a 2K. Say, what do you have to say for people who are I'm a 2K, obviously, and even I'm a 90s or even I'm a 80s to pursue whatever goals and dreams that they have? What's your advice?
You know what you want. Everyone knows what they want, and for you to know that you want it means you can be able to find the information to get it. We're in an age where there's no shortage of information anymore. The internet is so open, and everything is on YouTube, you see. So it's just a matter of blocking out the noise, cancel out the distractions, and focus on your goal. And you can't build Rome in one day. There's always that one thing you can do each and every day to make you closer to your goals. And trust me, it's never that difficult. If you find yourself making excuses for why you didn't do what you had to do, the fault is on you. It's not the magnitude of the activity. What you want to do, if you really want to go get it, you should just go get it. There's no excuse.
Sure, that is so profound. I love that. You should just go for, what you want. Go for it. Make sure every day you do your daily work to be what you want to become, right? So, which public figure or famous person do you look up to and why?
Like I said, I don't really have a person who I can say this is my role model.
Even favorites.
I have favorites, but I'm a person who's able to critically assess.
Okay.
That's the first thing I do when I look at something or someone. I used to like AKA. I used to love AKA. May he rest in peace. But I can see traits in him that were very genius. Let me tell you, for example, from 2016, around 2016, there was a change in his music. People noticed that he's rapping less.
Really?
What he actually did was he started sampling more olden songs and just having good melodies, because that's what's sold to the masses, rather than being super lyrical, spiritual, miracle, and then only 2% of the population hears you. You understand? That type of genius to know that, okay, my goal is to be big and make money, and then this is the best way that I think I can do it. And he actually did it, I like those type of people where you are being yourself in the best way you know how to achieve your goals. I like that. I'm mostly gonna name musicians. I'm into hip-hop music, I like Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco was one of those artists where he was put in the mainstream, had a song with Kanye West. What is that? Testify. Come up in the spot. Touch the sky. Yeah, that song, yeah. And then you never heard of him again. Why? Because he's like, okay, I can see that the path is laid out for me to be a mainstream commercial success, but that's not me. I want to make lyrical music. I want to paint concepts with my words, you know. And he went into that knowing that it'll alienate the bulk of the masses, and it did. But it's what made him happy.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate. I appreciate the mavericks. I appreciate those who do what they want to do for their own reasons that they are sure of. The worst thing you can do is be a follower and not know what you're even following. Yeah.
Sure. So in essence, you need to know who you are.
The people who show me that they know who they are, the people I look up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's important is authenticity.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Whether it is from the public figure or yourself.
Yeah. The quality I hold highest of all.
Okay.
The ability to keep it real.
Sure. Love that. Okay, so Jay, what can we expect from you going forward?
Can expect me to pursue great academic pursuits. Maybe give back to the community there for a while. Maybe after that I'll see what I do with my life. And then on my personal side, I've really found myself as a part of car culture. You know,
Car culture. What is that actually? Because I don't really know much about this thing.
It's actually your thing.
Really?
Car culture is people of your peers, you know.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, what is it about this?
So, without getting too deep into it, post-apartheid South Africa had a lot of black people coming into new money. You know, they were now able to participate in the economy. And at that time, there was an aspirational car known as the Gusheshe. It started what we call South African car culture today. I think everyone would be in mass agreement with that. So it was you guys. It was people from the 80s and 90s who were like, this one car, I mean, we're grown now and it's old, but we love this car. It represents us and what we want it to be. And then there's been various cars that became that aspirational car. There was the City Golf, the Golf 5 GTI, you know. And then
Golf 6, Golf 5.
you see, so those aspirational cars were just more than cars. They were a symbol of a person who came from poverty, getting to a good place where they can pursue their aspirations. That's the core of car culture. But when you get
like Skotan vibe,
it's not Skotane vibe, but you can the roots are similar. It's that thing of we didn't have this, now we do. But car culture in South Africa is related to what I was talking to, but in general, when you look at a car, there's two types of people. You look at a car, you see a thing that can get you from here to there.
Yeah.
And then there's another person, when they look at a car, they see they're a personified thing. It's a thing that is alive, that has value to them. They need to look out for it. They need to care for it. They need to think for it, feel for it, you know. And I never had that up until the friends I made in university. Shout out to Dr Mkhombo. He taught me the basics. He taught me the basics of how a car works. That now even have an Instagram for my car that people absolutely love. I love that for myself. So you can also look forward to me giving you more content on that front and getting more project cars. I think it's a great way of artistic expression as well.
It is.
So yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I also don't know what the future holds for me. I'm very hopeful. I'm open-minded. Any opportunity that makes sense is something I will look into.
Thank you so much for gracing the channel. Thank you for gracing the podcast. Thank you for gracing this whole... It's bigger than us, you know. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's about the people. So I'm so grateful and I'm so proud of you as a big sister. And I'm so happy for how far you've come. You know, the person you've become. Yes, guys, I'm out of words, but I'm so proud of him. And I wish you nothing but the best. I know that you're still gonna kill it. We ain't saying nothing yet. From here to the top.
Let's hope.
Thank you guys for watching. Where can we find you, J-Boy?
You can find me on Instagram. My handle is Untitled Live.
Yeah.
You can Google me Dr Decent Mkhombo. You can check out my interviews on YouTube.
Yeah, actually do that.
And yeah, thank you for caring enough to watch this. Thank you.
Yay! Bye guys. Mwah. Love you lots.